Alright, so we're out this morning working with Mr. Hudson on some tone conditioning. We did some practice indoors yesterday, but we mostly practiced with Treats and his friends. So I want to see how he's doing outside with the distractions. Oh, good boy. I didn't hit anything yet. Good boy. We're going to do a combination today of... Oh, we got a helicopter or something. We're going to do a combination today of just the tone training as well as mixing in some vibration and testing his sensitivity out for the static part. I have a new different collar on him that has longer silicone prongs to see if that helps to make a contact point difference than the other collar that we had the other day. He's just sticking to me right now, which is always good. Good boy. I kind of want him to go ahead and get a little distracted and start going away further from us and then practicing the recall. So here, it's a good opportunity. We're going to go ahead and beep. Oh, no, he beat us to it. Good boy. Okay. He's getting really good at coming back and checking in on his own. All right. So now let's try again. Yes, good boy. Good job. So you can see now we've built up more of that understanding and association from when he hears that tone and just comes back on his own. Sometimes he'll still need some help if he's too distracted with anything, but the tone is definitely good to get his attention, and then he just comes back and recalls on his own usually after that now. So all I'm doing is just getting a treat ready in my hand. And the further away that he is, the more that we want to try to encourage and cheerlead him on when he turns around and starts coming back to us, right? To make him really feel appreciated and positive for the whole experience of the recall. And then, of course, giving him the praise or treats. And this is one of those situations, especially because we really want to condition a behavior. I'm going to treat pretty much every single time right now until later on, maybe after another week or two or to a month or two of conditioning. Then I'll start weaning off the behavior. I want it to just be super consistent and very much so like a twitch response than a thought out one before even thinking about weaning off the treats or anything positive. The cheerleading, the praise, all that stuff. Good boy. We want to continue on for him to keep building those good behaviors and habits, kind of really solidify them before we start messing with the formula of what's working really well for him. So I'm just kind of waiting for another opportunity to get a shot here. It is during the weekday morning now, so it's going to be a little bit quieter in the neighborhoods, which is good for us. So go ahead and beep again. Yes, good boy. So you kind of see what happened there. He heard the beep, kind of startled him a little bit. Then he turned around and came back on his own. So you can kind of see if he was further away or if I had a longer leash, why like the 30-foot or 50-foot training leashes, or if we were at a fenced-in backyard or a dog park, where really after he gets that tone, if it seems like he needs help, or even if it doesn't seem like he needs help, being able to redirect him back and then letting him know that he's doing the right thing as soon as he's coming back. Here's a good one because he's interested in this gentleman. Yes, good boy, come. Yes, good boy. Perfect. Boy. Good boy. It almost seems to take two because the first one sometimes startles him too much, right? And then the second one helps to get his attention and to kind of make that connection with the recall. Good boy. Now he's doing a good job sitting here with me. even though this person's coming, taking care of their car. Good boy. Yes, very good. Yes, good boy. Did that just all on his own. We got some people coming by over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock the leash. And if he moves towards them, we'll go ahead and beep. But if he stays composed and calm, we'll let him go. I'll hold out both so that way you can kind of see what's going on. Good boy. Wait, Hudson. Wait. Yes, good wait. Good, there you go. So he almost waited, and then he went back, and then he started following. So that's when I used the beep for the redirection again. Good boy. It's very good that he's sensitive to these things anyways. Like, not being able to really get a chance to test out the static is perfectly fine if he's responding really well when he's distracted to the other features. What I like about this remote and collar combination is that it actually allows you to also adjust the strength of the vibration. If we can get that on camera, as well as the static. And I felt something on 5, so I just started on that one. Very interested in the person removing the snow from his car. To be very careful and kind of ready to hit the lock button on the leash while doing this exercise. Luckily, most people won't have this problem because they won't be carrying a camera in their other hand, so it should make it a little bit easier. What I'll usually do is I'll just have a treat in my hand first, and then the remote, and then the leash. Just kind of hold it like this with the treat underneath the remote. So here he's getting into some trash. Hudson, oh, I was gonna ask him to leave it and then beep if he didn't, but oh, there you go. Good boy. All right, so we'll try this again. So I have the treat, got the remote, and got the leash. Good boy. Could leave it. We did some drop practice inside as well yesterday. And all we did for that was just play tug with him. And then when I ask him to drop it or leave it and he lets go, he gets a reward. So it's good, especially with puppies, to take whatever opportunities that you can naturally have, especially during play, to practice really good behaviors that are going to be very useful for both of you guys. I'm going to let him go up ahead. Beep. Good boy. Oh, sorry, bud. Be careful not to accidentally hit another button. Good boy. So now this time when we need his attention, we'll try the vibration feature to see how he reacts to that. I'm going to try to take him more into a side street or back to the court in case he overreacts or gets scared. On top of just being able to press the lock on the leash fast enough, just gives us a little bit of extra safety. He's doing a really good job of sticking with me though. I would reward him for that right now, but we're running low on treats and gonna have to make another trip to the store later on today, but that'll be good practice for him as well. Good boy. All right, let's see. Hopefully he gets distracted. He might just hang out with us now, which is like it's fine. It's a good problem to have. Later this week, hopefully when the weather clears up, be able to take him to some parks and some new areas. Maybe some new distractions will help with getting his nose interested in the ground again, so we can practice getting his attention back. It'll be important, wherever you guys will be kind of walking him the most, like my neighborhood here, because that's where we walk the most, to get the most practice, so that way you're the most consistent in the area and he's the most responsive. But then afterwards, like, this is definitely a good time when you're in like a really good state of training here. Then you'll definitely want to branch out to find new locations and new distractions for him to work through to help continue developing his training and discipline. Here, oh, almost. Boy. And a good way to branch out is to think about places where you might normally like to visit every now and then. Maybe a restaurant that has outdoor seating, getting him used to that area first, and then getting him used to sitting down and enjoying his own treat while you guys are having lunch is a really good idea, as opposed to trying to do it, when you're actually trying to have lunch and enjoy yourself. It's always much better to get a good couple rounds of practice in first when you're not under any pressure and you're there just for training for him. Same with like going camping or to the dog beach or to the boardwalk, things like that. Outdoor malls. He did really well on our last social adventure there too, though. And he is still sticking like glue here. We've got some kids coming up in a stroller, so we'll see if that helps to distract him or not. Get some stuff in your eyeball. There you go. Okay. He is sticking so close that it actually makes it difficult to record him. That's okay. Okay. So here, it's a good opportunity. Hi, how you doing? If he moves towards him. Hey, how you doing? Good boy. Okay, so we didn't get to press anything. All right, good job. You make this as uneventful a video as possible, huh, Mr. Hudson? You might have to try again in a different location. It's not so wet and muddy out. At least it's not too cold. His jacket served him well the other night, though. Hi. All right, there we go. Now he's getting distracted and further away. Good boy, come. So you can see there his reaction suggests the vibration on a level 1. Good boy. Really helps to get his attention. And this is, of course, under pretty much zero load or stress. If he's fixated or running around playing, he's going to need a higher level to cut through those distractions. But that's why we want to start at the lowest sensitivity and get him conditioned to hearing and feeling things and then instantly reacting, and not just being scared of what's going on or confused. We really want him to know that it just means to break his focus and refocus on us once again. Come here, bud. Good boy. And that's just with the vibration feature. All right. Try it one more time here, so he see if he can do it on his own like he does with the beep. And you can kind of see if it's too intense, it almost messes up with the response that we're looking for, which is to just get his attention and have him return. If it's too intense and too scary for him, then he's going to panic more than anything else. Yes, good boy. There we go. Good job. All right. So that was a much better response to the vibration. And it's just one thing that you want him to get used to, but in a good way, right? It's obviously something that's a lot harder for him to ignore, which is great, and that's what we need. And we just don't want him to, we don't want to do it without value. So if we're just constantly vibrating, pushing the button, beep, or anything like that, and we don't associate it with anything, or we allow him to kind of ignore it, then once again, like the leash pressure, you're back at square one. So that's why it's also really important before weaning off of these things that you really build a good positive association as well as a strong kind of twitch response to it. Good boy. Well, we're going to try it again, walking this way. Seem to get more distracted with things. And then we'll try the static to see if he's more sensitive and if these silicone prongs help him out. Because during testing with his parents, he seemed very not sensitive at all, and I didn't want to just kind of keep hiking up the level in case he just something that he's not used to or is too used to, which could be quite possible when you've had multiple handlers in the past and different training tools and things like that, be overused and desensitized in that negative way that we're talking about, when he just learns to either ignore it or builds calluses and gets used to it. All right. Didn't get a chance to there. Good boy. Almost though. Hudson. Good boy. So there, it looked like he definitely felt something. I wanted to help him out, but he didn't panic like he did with the vibration feature earlier on, which is really good. So I'm going to try again when he gets distracted here to see if that helps to pull him through. Hey, how you doing? Just somebody leaving their car. Yes, good boy. Perfect. So you can kind of see that level 5, and this skin goes up pretty high. So 5 on this is a lot different from a 1 to 10 collar, whereas this one goes up all the way to probably 99. Yeah, so this goes all the way up to 99. Doesn't loop back around, so I got to go all the way back down. So he is responding to pretty much the lowest sensitivity, because I tried this out on myself, and 5 is when I started to finally feel something. So it looks like the prong collars on this one really helps out with the contacts. Get this all the way back down. But response-wise, and this is why every dog is different, and why you should properly test and take the time to train and build good associations while observing his behaviors, is because he actually had a much better response to a very low level static than a very low level vibration. Because that vibration, like I said, is on a 1, probably also out of 100. Good boy. Good job, big guy. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pause here, do a little bit more practicing when I have both hands free to make it a little bit easier. But he's doing really well right now, so I have a feeling we're just kind of be out and about with a lot of free time here, because he's sticking so well to me. But I just wanted to make this video for his parents, that way they can kind of see the work that we're doing with him in the collar, and that it's actually going really well. He's being really responsive on the lowest levels. He's a little bit panicky on the vibration, so that might actually be something to save up for more of those intense situations. And that's something that we'll keep in mind to try out in more distracting areas as well to get his attention back in. He did really good today. Good job, big guy.